right, hey, what's up? This is Mia Hall and Nakia here with Vault Empowers, and we are here with Mr. Justin. He is just going to tell us a little bit about himself. Justin, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Yeah, entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur, so I own a lot of businesses, clothing line for entrepreneurs. We've got a non-emergency transport company. Leadership development and business development is really what I do most of the time for entrepreneurs. So, yeah, that's what I am. And speaker, author, a couple other things. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes. All of it. Spoke last night. Thank you for dropping those gems on us. Mm-hmm. So, we have Steve Harvey on stage right now. Can you tell us just how has Steve Harvey inspired you?
Obviously, you see the content online, but I think it's more so his story. You see, because I think his story is what most people's stories are going to end up looking like, which is, it wasn't fast. Obviously, it seems fast from the outside, but it's like you look at his stories, like there was challenges in between, there was things that he went through, but he still found a way to be able to navigate it. And I think more so than anything, I think that's what a lot of people can take from it. It's like, listen, you can start out behind, you can start out not having the most, but if you work on your craft, you continue to develop yourself, and then when you have challenges, you learn how to face them and how to get through them, then you can still come out on top.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Did you hear anything? I mean, I know that, it was about happening, but did you hear anything from him today that he dropped or, recently something that he said that, stood out to you?
He said if they talk about you as a blog, if you talk about it as a press conference. And so it's like, how I interpret that, it is like, people are going to talk about you, but like, if you start talking about it, you're the person that puts it on Main Street. You're the person that gives it the wrong energy. And so it's just like literally not paying attention to people that don't like you, that hate on you or whatever, learning how to use it for good and still coming out on top yet again.
Okay, so for people that want to be a successful entrepreneur like yourself, what's one piece of advice that you can give them? Just tell them.
Give yourself time, and I always tell people, like, as an entrepreneur, if you don't plan on seeing it through, don't start. Because a lot of people feel like, I can get in here and I can play around with it like as a hobby, and it doesn't work that way. In fact, if you're in entrepreneurship and you think you're going to quit, you probably should just stay with a job. Because if you just get a job, you got a 401k, you got your benefits, you end up being ahead versus starting entrepreneurship on and off, leaving jobs, all those kind of stuff. And now you're not winning in entrepreneurship because you're not going to win like that. And then you're not getting ahead in your career. So it's like you got to choose a path. And if you're going to choose the path of entrepreneurship, just stick with it. It'll pay off in your time and not nobody else's time. And so just focus on you, like my boy Jason says, until the focus is on you.
Okay. Yeah. We're all that. All right, cool. Well, thank you so much for your time. Much continued success.
Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all.
Excited to be here with Safaree at Earn Your Leisure. We just want to ask you, how has Steve Harvey inspired you?
Honestly, Steve Harvey inspired my shape up. Like, Steve Harvey made me want a crisp lineup. And then when I looked into how sharp his lineup was, I get 3 haircuts a week. Like, my barber loves me. I would not come here without a haircut. So then when I realized all the other businesses and all the other ways of income that he was making, I just started to really, admire and respect what he was doing.
That's good. Thank you.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to out of today?
Getting some hidden gems. Everybody says get up, go hard, put God first and all that. But I want some other, I want to get some hidden gems.
Awesome.
I want to make y'all money.
Yes, let's go.
Thank you.
Nakia and I are here with Tamika Mallory. We just want to ask you, Miss Tamika, how has Steve Harvey personally inspired you?
Wow. So first of all, Steve Harvey is a personal supporter of mine. And I don't think enough is said about how important black media is. We just had a huge victory in terms of the officers being charged, several of them, for killing Breonna Taylor. And it was when we were living in Louisville, Kentucky, and the CNNs and others had gone on, that Steve Harvey kept us on his social media. He kept us on the internet. He kept us on his radio shows. And he sent money. And it is in those situations where you realize that we are the only ones that are really going to invest in us. And his support for me has been not just inspirational, but necessary, critical,
Absolutely. All right. Thank you so much. That's all we wanted to ask. And keep up the great, amazing work. We're rooting for you. Thank you.
Yo, make sure y'all check out Vault Empowers on YouTube. I'm Safaree. Straight! All-time powers. Big up on yourself. You see it? The hard man says so. All right. I say a word.